The day that I had my accident, which I don't remember, these are what I woke to a couple days later. Okay, on the 26th, 1:13. We'll play that one first. This is from my buddy's mom. People wonder why you irritated. Listen to this. Hold on, everybody. Got to shut off the Bluetooth. I want to make sure I do this right.
I was just wondering, are you coming or not? You were supposed to have already been here. And I'm going to start putting the finishing touches on this food. You either come or you don't. Bye.
Now, doesn't that sound like you're an inconvenience? Now, the second one is at 4:18. Listen to this one on the same day. Okay?
Just wondered what's going on. It's 4:15 and I still haven't heard from you or seen you. Are you alive? Bye.
Now, to me, that's rude, everybody, because, and you don't even want to hear that person's voice, because you just came out of the hospital. Now, I can tell you this. I know I'm lucky to be alive. I know that, when I first got out of the hospital, my assistant's right here, right, Janae?
Mm-hmm. Right.
Was I not rough?
It was pretty rough.
But they told us that, that it was going to be rough. I had to learn how to walk again with this walker and stuff like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, this is how much I care for my friends. So, I turn around and even though I went ahead and dealt with those messages, that's what you wake up to, and you have really no memory, anything like that, and you're going through a lot. So I'm looking for the messages because actually, I believe on the 25th, right, Janae? I said on the 25th.
25th.
Yeah, the 25th. Here it is, right here. On the 25th, which was a day before that, as I get my memory back, that's what I said to the guy, because it was for my buddy, and it was a Christmas gift for him. And then I get those messages left to me like I'm an inconvenience on the 26th. So that's heart-wrenching for someone who's been through a horrific accident, okay? And I'm trying to talk to him and explain to him, he says, own up. You've been in an accident, you're being a jerk. When you first get out of an accident, especially one that causes a bike to flip over on you, the bike flipped 3 times and then landed on me. Me and Janae both read that. I can't remember any of it, correct, Janae?
Nope. And
I was airlifted. Pictures of the bike, you guys. It's totaled. I'm going to make another video. I've gotten much better. We're going on my 3rd week, I believe, correct?
Mm-hmm.
He proceeded to tell me you're burning all your bridges, this and that. I'm thinking, no, I'm not, because she weathered the storm and understood I was a week out of the hospital. There's going to be issues. And I slowly got memory back from doing things my way. She helped me through it all, no matter what. And like she said, I was rough, but she didn't realize how much pain I was in. After she heard certain things, what did you take from that? When I finally told you, this is what upsets me. This is supposed to be my friend, where I was going. You know what I mean? What did you take from those messages? Because I found that's like, oh, either you come or you don't. Are you alive? I know I'm happy to be here and alive. I mean,
It sounded like she was annoyed. It wasn't very positive.
Right. And every time I tried to talk to Jason, who is my friend, you guys seen the messages, always being interrupted. You don't want to hear that voice. And I was just coming out of the hospital, as she said. Memory was a bit of an issue, In fact, I recall being told that they couldn't call back to talk to me because they didn't want me stressed. The hospital said that. Now, I say induced coma because they put me under. I was airlifted to the hospital, fractured skull, subhematoma, swollen brain, and remember, a rib that went into or poked into the lung, causing water in the lung. So I've gotten better. Look at the side of my face, as you can see, swollen. Ear constantly rings. I've never had any of that. You can see all this right here. You can see the eye, the jawline. It hurts to eat. I look at my nose; it's crooked. I can't smell or taste food still. I may never get that. I know I'll never remember the accident. Who would want to? I don't know if anybody's going to be responsible, you guys. I know the hardest part of all this is thank you to my assistant who has weathered the storm. The hardest part is it happened on Thanksgiving. I didn't get a Thanksgiving. I woke up 2 days later, played my phone, and that's what I got. I appreciate her being there as much as she has. My aunt being there as much as she has. It felt good to have two people there that checked on me. You know what I mean? But when you wake up out of darkness, you don't even realize who you are, and you've been in a horrific accident, a motorcycle that didn't roll over sideways, but wheel over wheel 3 times and landed on you because of somebody else's negligence. We read it. And there's nothing for pain and suffering. I will never digest the same. I'm never going to breathe the same again. I will never walk the same. If you look, my leg, even like this, I'm sitting straight, as you can see. The leg turns in. The whole leg. There's nothing I can do about it. If I back up, look how the foot turns in. Look at this foot. And look at this foot. It just turns in on its own. Nobody's going to be responsible for that. I don't know who's going to pay for the bike. We know it's totaled. I mean, but Janae's been there through it all. Correct, Janae? You've seen the bike, right?
It's bad.
Thank you. And we're going to make a video on that. And I'm glad I got better. But I got a constant ringing I never had. I believe I'm deaf in the ear. I can't hear out of it. Or if I can, it's still swollen shut after the time that I've gotten out of the hospital. You got this leg that always turns in. I've got to use a walker to get back and forth to the bathroom. Janae waited and listened to the struggles, and for the butthole, the thing she got to own up because you're being a butthole. You can after you get better. Like Janae stuck by me. Thank you, Janae.
You're welcome.
My aunt stuck by me. Thank you. It's in. It's not owning up, guys. To tell you what it really is, it's called acceptance. I accept that I got in an accident. I accept there was nothing I can do about it. It's all on that other person that didn't want to follow the rules of the law. I accept that I'll never be able to do the same things the same. Walk the same, digest the same, hear the same, taste and eat food, jaw being buffed up like this because of the accident. You accept it and you go with it, okay? And I accept everything thus far. That's what it's really about. It's not about, oh no, if you're being a jerk. You're going to be a jerk. I would have been the judgmental guy that seen somebody being a jerk, not understanding what he was going through at one point. Being a guy that went through this, I've been asked, hey, how do you feel about the person that did this? Do you wish bad upon them? No. I wish that they had to pay for the way I'm going to be the rest of my life, which is pain and suffering, my motorcycle, and my medical. But I don't think anybody is because of the way everything works. And I think they only had so much in insurance. I don't know the whole 9 yards yet. All I know is they can't even be seen by a doctor because it's third-party damage, correct, Janae?
Yeah.
And it's been terrible, you guys, because you don't hear me talking about millions of dollars. You hear me saying that she should be responsible or he should be responsible. The whole 9 yards of who did this to me. And the medical, the personal injury, and the bike, my property. And I don't see it. It's fine. I accept it. The world's messed up in different ways. The biggest part about it is you got to move forward. I'm fortunate to be here. Okay? It's a miracle I'm here. I'm happy to still be here. I'm going to be the guy that gets back into work. But nobody's going to pay me for even my time that I had to be out of work. None of it was my fault. I can accept that. And I accept the fact. I even told my assistant, I was rough on you. I was a bit of a jerk. Said some things, that I don't even remember because it was the first week out, You got to get memory back, guys. And I did, I took a concept that I heard. You can learn Spanish by going to sleep to it and listening to it. Well, my assistant said, half your life's on video. So I took that concept and I said, all right, well, I'll just do the same with the videos. For me, it worked because of their past experiences. All came back. My boss's name, Bub. Miss Kate, the assistant. Chris, stock guy. Jim, employee. Miss Charlotte, cashier. Shelby, cashier. New girl, cashier. Matt, he looks like a poodle. Let's see. We have, of course, we already put probably about Miss Beth. Then you have me, sales associate. I'm gonna be back. My tag is right there. I'm gonna do my best, and the key word is I'll never be able to do the same physically. But I said physically the same. It doesn't mean it can't be done. I got a hell of a will. So whatever I got to do, I'm going to do to try to be the best that I can be at it. It'll never be the same, but I'm still going to live for as long as I can possibly live and do it right. And thank you to those that weathered the storm. And for those that thought they knew something, they knew nothing. No, I don't wish bad on anybody. Other question I was asked, do you want to ride again? Yes, I do. But that's a different shit for a different day. Other question is, how's Ace treating you? I didn't get hurt on the job, but I can tell you this. If it wasn't for my boss, I don't believe my assistant would have known about me being in the hospital, right?
No, the hospital called me.
Yeah, but he called, okay, the hospital called you?
Yeah.
All right, because my boss called everybody else. I know that. So if it wasn't for my boss, nobody else would have known, and I think that's how everybody knew. I for some reason, I thought he called her as well.
That was for something else.
So I really appreciate that because my boss has been good to me. The real shame is I let him down because when he hired me, as I get everything back, I told him where we're really going to strive is customer assistance. And if you give me this opportunity, I'll never let you down. And I let him down. I know everybody will say it's not your fault, but I did. Because I'm not there. And I wasn't able to get everybody something like I do every year for Christmas. Because of my aunt, I was able to get people cards. And I'm going to drop those off today, but yeah. And being broke. And knowing that nobody's going to be responsible for what happened. Y'all don't hear me bitch about trillions of dollars. It's what the hell. But you know what? I'm just happy to be here. I'm happy that I had people in my corner and understood those different things. And it kind of makes me teary-eyed because when I think about the different things, such as, let me make this real quick to you all, and I mean really quick so you all can see it before the video goes out. Take a look. Take a look. This is the video of, or not the video, but look. Here's the front end of the bike. Right here. And that's why I say, look at that. That bike is totaled. Look at the handlebars. Look at everything about the bike. It's just, that's it. The whole frame is twisted. The bike is totaled. Everything there was a mount here. My assistant said there was a mount right here. And as you see, the mount ain't there for the phone. I did everything by the law. I didn't play on the phone or nothing. It was a mount for GPS. I could hear it through my ears with the earpieces right here, even with my mask over it. And that's the end of it, you guys. Now you know it's literally totaled. There's nothing I could do. There's not anything that I can actually look at the actual front end. You got one wheel going one way and you got the other going another way. Look at this one here. You got this wheel going this way. You got this wheel going this way. That's the whole thing. It's all cracked, all busted up. It's crazy. And what we had it under like there was only 2,000 miles on it. I made my second payment. I'm not a rich guy, you guys. I worked hard to get where I was at. With that being said, I just wanted to show you guys that and let you all know. And I want to tell everyone who's been a support, because she's even heard. There's been people that go, oh, well, they should have hit you harder. You're already crippled. Why would you want to live through it? Really? You got some neighbors that go, well, you shouldn't have been speeding. I wasn't. I did nothing to break the law. It's in black and white. There was tons of witnesses. Guys, there was even bystanders that drove up on the person because it seemed like the person was going a little far and stopped them. And then they were like, oh, my back. But the truth is they were trying to escape. They could say whatever they want. But because they didn't get too far, they couldn't be charged with fleeing the scene of an accident. But are they going to be responsible for anything? No. And I guess that's how insurance works. Like, that's the end of it, you know. And Janae's helped me with all this and heard the same thing I heard, correct, Janae?
Yes.
And the main thing is my health, guys. I just want to go get everything checked out again, make sure I'm good, get back to work. I can even remember the aisles. Okay? I just want that. And I just want to get better. And you can't be seen because, why, Janae? Tell them why. What have we heard every time we went?
Third party.
Thank you. We can't even be seen. Now I look a lot better than what I did. I have swollen eye, busted up nose, hip. Why I'm thinking about that, let me show you that real quick so you all don't think, oh, okay, really? Was it really that bad? Come over here and take a look at these, you guys. Okay? This is the side of my face. This is right here. This is the right side. This is my back. This is my face. This is my eye right here, as you can see. This was me passed out. And my assistant took pictures because this is where my intestines hit those handlebars and I went over. It was actually bigger than that. I think the hospital may have those pictures. I may have to get those. But I just want to show you guys, none of this is a joke. I don't wish this on anybody. And I'm glad I'm getting better. I mean, physically I'll never be the same. But it doesn't mean it can't be done. And mentally, I'm getting memory back, so it's fantastic. And that's because of the way I'm doing it. I'm doing it for my pace. You know, I had people take me out when I first got out of the hospital. Who's that person? Who's this person? You're not going to know right away, and you're not going to be back to normal that quick. Even a doctor said it's a miracle you're alive. I'm surprised you're even in here looking, you know, at me. And I'm thinking, oh, okay, cool, you know. And we left it at that. And so I just give you guys a small little view. And I've gone long enough because I just want you to understand it's the way it is. And I'm grateful to be here. So Merry Christmas to everybody that sees the video. I hope y'all can get, you know, everything that I get to my buddy. It is what it is. His mom, it is what it is. I mean, sorry you were aggravated, but how am I supposed to call you when the accident happened at 11:20? Maybe you ought to find out what happened to the person before you leave messages like that, especially the second one, because you're thinking, did this person just say, are you alive? Bye. I'm lucky to be alive. You didn't even know I was in the hospital until 10:32. Jesus, who does that? And then the other message, either you come or you don't. Look, I'm sorry I aggravated your life. Maybe it's that lift situation. I didn't get it the day before. I don't know. But I can tell you this much. No matter what I've said to my assistant, I definitely apologize for her. And I said, look, I've been rough from the beginning of this video. And have I not been like 3 times better after first week, and things started getting easier and better. And I started coping with everything that's happened with the hip and all that and everything.
Yeah.
And memory has come back almost tenfold, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's a miracle in itself. But my face will never be the same. Eating will never be the same. You can see the line here where everything's up here, and you see over here smooth. It is what it is. I accept it. What I don't accept is nobody being responsible for what they did, or paying for my pain and suffering, my motorcycle. And there was one other thing. There's the medical. But with that being said, you guys, you got the full perspective from me and my assistant. She's not really saying a lot. You got anything you want to say? I really wish you do. Say it.
Well, this has been very, very, very discouraging to find out that you can't get the help that you need. And we're trying our best. We're trying our best, but it's very difficult underneath the circumstances. And all you really need is support. And it's sad that you're not getting all the support that you need right now.
I agree with you. I know you mean that when you say that, and it's sad. I have to agree. What can I say? It's the way the insurance company works. I'm glad that I'm healing as well as I am, and I'm doing things at my pace, as you said. And even my aunt said, do it at your pace. It's working. But to know that I'm never going to be the same physically, as you already know, we went to a doctor, and that doctor, did he not concur that?
You did.
And I looked at him and said, okay, so physically I won't be the same. He says, I'm surprised. Once again, he said, I'm surprised you're alive. And, it was amazing. I may not get all the help I need, and I may not get nothing out of this, but I'm alive. And I can be grateful in that. And I got you. You've been here, almost every day, just making sure. And it's not like I don't get up and eat and do what I can, even with the walker, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you got to keep going. The whole ideal of this, guys, is you have to have the willpower to keep going. If you don't, then it's not going to work. And you can't just have the perspective of somebody who's going through it with the person and going, oh, it was terrible and horrible. Because she's even said, first week out, it's going to be, it was terrible. You got the memory, you got so much that you're learning to do. Like I said, it's not like an infant learning to walk again. This is pain. It was painful. And I didn't take anything for pain. She'll tell you that. They gave me stuff for the swelling and the head. Correct, Janae? And none of it is narcotic.
Nope.
Which I was happy with that because, one, I'm already crippled. I don't want to be doped up on top of, anything else. So you have to have willpower. And I got a hell of a lot of it, and I'm just going to keep going. And eventually I'll be back in these. It hurts that I'm never going to be physically the same again. Physically the same. But doesn't mean that it can't be done. You don't hear me saying, I give up, I quit, boo hoo hoo. No, fuck that. I'm a fighter. And it shows. Because I made it through a fractured skull, swollen brain, subhematoma, and even the rib, as she knows, that filled up the lung a bit, from what I'm told by a doctor. So the ideal is just to get better, get back into work, and I'm going to go get my cards out and all that right now to the people that I do because of my aunt. I'm able to get some cards and make people Christmas cards. So to everyone that sees the video, hopefully you get the struggle, you feel the pain, wish no bad on the person that did this to me. Ace has been good to me. I've let them down. And everybody's going to say, oh, the accident. No. That's my pride as a man. And as everything comes back, it's just like, it hurts. Because I don't like asking for help. I've been this independent to get the bike. She'll tell you, and I need her to tell you. My second goal was to surprise everybody with a small bachelor pad. And that was did I not tell you that was my second goal?
You wanted to get a home.
Yeah. And what I wanted to do is get one with a small in-ground pool, just small. So I could go, and it takes weight off the legs and everything. And anybody that knows me and sees this, I already had cerebral palsy. I never used the walker. Never had that issue, any of these issues. Ringing in the air constantly. Until it actually gets looked at and we see, but I can't hear out of it. She knows I can't taste. We went to a restaurant and I ate the spicy mustard, and she's waiting and waiting and waiting, and she says, "That was full of that spicy mustard, and you just took a huge bite. Where is the watery eyes?" And so I just kept dipping it and eating, and she's just like, "Tell them today. You gotta confirm."
You didn't tear up? Your mouth didn't burn?
Huh?
You didn't tear up or your mouth didn't burn?
No, you've seen it. Did you see any of that?
Nope.
And I ate it just like any other day. So I hope maybe one day I get that back. If I don't, then it is what it is. You still got to eat, everybody. My point is, don't give up. And I'm going to tell you all this before I leave the video, because I've been needing to leave and she's smiling about it. Live. Because this accident had nothing to do with me breaking the law. And your card could be pulled from you any given day because of somebody else breaking the law. And even though I may never see any justice, I'm telling you all to live. Wear a mask. Because like I said, you don't want to get sick from this virus. But live. Don't. The only time, and I've said it before in the past, like I said, everything's coming back. The only time wasted is the time that you waste. Only thing you can't get back is time wasted. Don't waste it. Live, because you never know when your card is going to be pulled. Okay? Like this, nobody expected it. I didn't expect this to happen to me. You know, that's the scary part. That's why I tell you all, live. No matter what. If you get something to go do it. And even if it puts you in the hole a little bit, pay it back, but at least get it done. Because now my goal of getting a small little bachelor pad with a little in-ground pool and stuff, and I had, these dreams were here. She'll tell you. Tell them, Jenny.
Yeah, you wanted to move out of this apartment and just get a home for you and your dogs.
I just want you all to know that it's not a joke. It was like the bike. It was a surprise to you all. Because I worked hard, extremely hard, and it was, I saved and scratched, saved them pennies, you know what I mean? And the house was going to be the next surprise and say, look, if I can do it, you can do it. And it was for all physically impaired people and normal people alike. If a physically impaired person can do it and you're able to stand out there with a sign, then you can get a job. If you got time to lean, you got time to clean. If a handicapped guy can do it, then you can do it. If you're a normal person. If you're physically impaired and you got a good mindset behind you and a good drive and that good energy, you can do it. And that was the goal, and that's what I've been teaching people. The struggles that we go through. It's like my assistant. She's black. You can't tell me she doesn't go through racism, correct?
It happens.
Because of the color of your skin. Handicapped people go through racism in a different way. We go because of our condition. We get people that go, oh, you think you could do that because you're crippled. Just like they said, oh, you're an N, so you think you can do that. No, that's not the case. She didn't say that. I didn't say that. So I show you the struggles we go through. I've even got it filmed on here, the people that we've gone through, people that thought they knew us, tried to go after us, and I showed what type of people they really are. Correct, Janae?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I've made sure of it. They even went after her just because they thought they could and didn't have the backbone to even apologize. So it's like people will be cruel just because of the condition. Like I told you, the guy that said that on that sidewalk, I had neighbors that think, oh, I'll lighten it up. They should have hit you harder because why would you want to live through it? You're already crippled. I'm a productive part of society. While you sit home and drink and sublease your apartment that the apartment doesn't seem to notice, I actually go to work. I love helping people. So say what you want. I'm still here. And the man upstairs must have wanted it. So to all you haters, I'm good. With that being said, don't forget to go out and live and do what you need to do. Merry Christmas. If I don't make another video, Happy New Year. Cut that sucker off.